Now here things are going to be a little bit better, so let's just go ahead and click the reset button, and now we can actually read stuff. So on this particular page here, this is the beginning of the annual update. This is where you will be telling us who is filling out the form. So I will be putting my name here, and I'll be putting my address. And I do apologize in advance, as I have some chubby fingers and I will probably miskey a few things here. Case in point. And for the purpose of our demonstration, we will be using the Resource Center. Now, of course, we will be updating this each year that this rolls out. For this year coming up, February 1st, 2023 is when this completed document is due. Please make sure that when you do submit it, it is submitted in its entirety, as it will be rejected if it is not completely filled out. Here is a quick reminder of the forms that we will be looking for. And in addition to the actual forms you will be clicking through, as well as the upload section where it talks about here, we also take a moment to additionally point out that the online civil rights is an important part of the annual update. There will be a link for the presentation itself, as well as the civil rights test. And I cannot stress enough, go ahead and open the presentation, as the answers will be highlighted and underlined that will be on the test. So without further ado, and yes, we could demonstrate this here, but let's get past the first full page and then we'll break down this little section down here. I will take a second here to point out the progress bar. This will let you know how close you are to completing the end. Obviously, once it fills up, you are done. But in the meantime, let's just go ahead and click next and go to the next page. This is the partner agency agreement. To fill this section out, we need to first come down here, and you have the option to autofill all county fields. I would recommend this if you are, like myself, a little quick on the finger, or maybe even got a trimmer or two, because you don't want to accidentally say pick the wrong agency, because it will save that information. So let's make sure we pick the right one, and we'll leave this option filled in. So the agency agreement to adhere to the standards. And I won't read this whole thing, but again, make sure you have this section filled out. It will yell at you if you do not. Partner agency representative name. So in this particular case, I would recommend to go ahead and have this section completed by the partner agency director, as they will need to sign here. So I will go ahead and fill this out as if I was an agency this time through. And as you can see, it auto-fills in today's date. And when it comes to making a signature, I am pleased to announce that this can be done via mouse. Now you will have to hold down the left mouse button in order for it to work, because if you just tap it, all you have is this happy little dot that just appears. So for today's purpose, I'm just going to put the 3rd. And now you know how come I'm not an artist. And yes, you could try to sign in my area here, but it will definitely yell at you if you do that. And if you have an occasion where you sneeze, accidentally make a stray mark or something like that, just click the clear button and just try again. So I'd like to take the opportunity to point out this little full function area here. So if you're not sure about some information, or if you need to do a correction, as you go forward, you will have the ability to click previous, come back, make the appropriate changes, and then continue on. So let's go ahead and clear that out. And as you can see, sometimes it'll hard save something. So make sure you correct that. Please do not sign in this box, because if it does make its way through, I'll have nowhere that I'll be able to sign, and I'll have to send this back. So let's avoid that. So let's check out the save and resume option. So let's say you need to take a break. You click this. Are you sure you want to leave this form and resume later? Well, yeah, I want to go get a sandwich right now. So you can please copy the link below and save it in a safe place. And that would be the easiest thing to do, is just to highlight and drop it and just leave it open. But let's just say you need to go run an errand. In that particular case, we just drop an email here, send, save, and resume. And let's say that after about 5 or 10 minutes the email doesn't come, you can click resend. So let's give it a second, and you will get an email that looks much like this. Now I'm just going to go ahead and do this. Once you see that, you'll click this, and as you can see, form pops right back up at the very beginning. All your information will be saved, and you'll come through here, and well, it's determined to keep that. And then we will go on to the next page.